Hello, good evening, and welcome at last to Baldur's Gate 3, which I am finally starting tonight after spoiler dodging for I don't even want to think about how long, but it's been very difficult because it's a very good game, and I'm so happy to finally be getting to it. But first I had to play through Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which I have done and streamed, which is also available on my YouTube channel, so if you're curious about what I got up to in those ones, that is on my YouTube channel. I have no idea if any of my settings are correct. I already know that despite having the widget on for audience participation, it's in the same place as I generally keep my chat box, which I did not know. So I'm gonna have to fix that next week, but there's not really a good opportunity to fix that this week because I'm not entirely certain where to put the thing. So I apologize to everybody on that count. But finally starting Baldur's Gate 3. And here's the proof that is in fact Baldur's Gate 3 on the screen right now. So, I'm not entirely certain how I'm going to be seeing the notices from the widget, so I'm pretty much going to definitely be ignoring them this week, and I'm going to be looking into options on this. This is the first time that I've actually used one of Twitch's audience participation things, so I don't know entirely how it works or how I get notifications from it or anything of that sort. But, as we can see here, we have Baldur's Gate. I am on the front screen because I have no save games, nothing. I did play through a bit of this in early access just to make sure that everything worked and that I could actually run the game and all of that glorious joy. So I have seen the first two cutscenes of the game and the first part of the combat, but it was with a completely different character and class that I'm going to be going through this, and I'm going to be treating this as fresh because that was early access and this is full release. So, first things first, let's get a new game started. Now, it is my intention to play on balanced mode here. I may be making the wrong choice. I maybe should do Explorer because I'm really slightly more interested in the plot than the combat, but I'm willing to save scum if things go really, really wrong. I'm hoping to not have to do that very often, so my tactical play may be a little slow, but problems for future Foxwine. Future Foxwine gets all the problems. So, we are in fact going to go for a balanced adventure where people could quite possibly die, hopefully not my own character, and gonna hope for the best. Balanced adventure full of challenging choices it is. Okay, so this very first cutscene, because I have seen it, I know that it starts with some pretty icky eye stuff, so if you are a person who can't stand to see eye trauma or anything of that sort, you may want to just minimize the screen or go to a different tab just for a little bit. It'll all end when I get to character creation, and I will let y'all know. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, and I am so glad, I'm so glad it's out of the way because I don't really like the eye stuff much myself. It's not to the point of phobia, but man, eye stuff is gross. So I will not actually be looking at the origin characters because it may well tell me things about them that I want to find out on my own as I play the game. So I'd rather learn organically as I go along rather than learning things now. So we can see the characters here. I know all their names because even the best spoiler dodger on the internet is still on the internet, and all the names are out there. So Asterion, Laziel, Gale, Shadowheart, Will, Karlach, and of course the Dark Urge, who is not actually a companion character, are all right here, and I'm not going to use any of them because I'm going to be creating my own character. Now, the good news is that I have actually pre-created a character. I went through character creation and only character creation before, and I wrote down all my choices, so I'm not going to be spending the next 3 hours of the stream saying, oh, I wonder if this color is better than that color, because I've made all those choices already. So we're going to start very simply. I am playing as a half-elf. And I wrote this down out of order because I'm very smart. Okay, so the subrace is indeed the high half-elf. And Firebolt is the default, which is the one that I am keeping. So all that's fine. Class, I am definitely not playing as a barbarian because I'm playing as a bard. Which everyone probably figured out before. But, you know, I hear bards have a lot of fun in this game. So, you know, I want to do that. Now, for the cantrips, we of course want Vicious Mockery, because what's a bard without Vicious Mockery? But we do not want Blade Ward as our second or third cantrip. Blade Ward is not very useful, guys. You like pick it as your 6th cantrip at best. So instead of Blade Ward, I have decided to go with, where is it? Where did it go? There it is, Light. This one allows me to light up a target, apparently until a long rest without concentration. I can only light up one object at a time, but it is definitely a useful spell. And will allow me to pierce the shadows with truth, or something of that sort. Then over here in spells. Healing Word, yes, of course. Dissonant Whispers, yes. Tasha's Hideous Laughter and Heroism, no. For my purposes, what I want, where is it? I want Fairy Fire, which allows me to give my team a bit of an advantage, like drop down a nice square to give my team advantage on attacking anything in that square. Very handy. And very important with a Larian game, the ability to speak with animals. Yoink. Now interestingly, they've changed this one so that you can speak with animals until your next long rest. So you use one spell slot and it lasts all day. And I very much appreciate Larian doing that because, man, their talking animals are, oh, mwah. I've played other Larian games and I love them dearly. And starting instrument, we are going with a lute. Partially because it's traditional, and partially because I just like the way it sounds. Okay, background. I have chosen a background, but I'm going to read the backgrounds because I think it's fascinating. Sorry if you don't think it's fascinating, we're here for the haul. So the one that is right up at the beginning, that is your default, is Acolyte. You spent your life in service to a temple, learning sacred rites and providing sacrifices to the god or gods you worship. Serving the gods and discovering their sacred works will guide you to greatness. This gives you proficiency in the skills of insight and religion. It's a pretty good one for clerics, to be honest. It's a good background for clerics. Excellent, really. Less useful to bards. We have Charlatan. You're an expert in manipulation, prone to exaggeration, and more than happy to profit from it. Bending the truth and turning allies against each other will lead to greater success down the road. This gives you proficiency in deception and sleight of hand. It's great for rogues. It's actually not half bad for warlocks or monks as well, interestingly. Sleight of hand is oddly useful in many situations. It's not the one I'm going for. I'm actually not going to mention which one I'm going for. Actually, I'm going to stop mentioning which ones I'm going for or not going for. I'm just going to read them and I'm going to tell you guys which one I'm getting. Okay, so we have Criminal. You have a history of breaking the law and survive by leveraging less than legal connections. Profiting from criminal enterprise will lead to greater opportunities in the future. This gives you deception and stealth. Once again, great for rogues. Also pretty awesome for warlocks, not half bad for bards. A lot of people can make use of both deception and stealth. Anyone who's not a heavy armor class, in fact, can is good for deception and stealth. We have Entertainer. You live to sway and subvert your audience, engaging common crowds and high society alike. Preserving art and bringing joy to the hapless and downtrodden heightens your charismatic aura. Skills in acrobatics and performance. This one it's a tricky one. Like, it seems to be built for bards, except that it doesn't exactly jibe with what I like to do with bards. It also helps for fighters, interestingly enough. The proficiency in acrobatics helps. That also works for monks because of that proficiency in acrobatics. The performance, very good in actual play games. Less useful in, I've found, CRPGs. CRPGs performance doesn't seem to be used very much. There is Folk Hero. You're a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow, which gives you skills in animal handling and survival in this one. I have to say, this game is giving you the actual D&D 5e gives you a list of skills that you can choose from for each of the set backgrounds. This one just tells you. So, animal handling and survival for the Folk Hero. Very useful skills for any class. Every class can make use of these skills. Guild Artisan. Your skill in a particular craft has earned you membership in a mercantile guild, offering privileges and protection while engaging in your art. Repairing and discovering rare crafts will bring new inspiration, giving you skills in insight and persuasion. Very useful, especially for a face character, which is the character that does most of the talking usually. Very interesting. There is the Noble. You were raised in a family among the social elite, accustomed to power and privilege. Accumulating renown, power, and loyalty will raise your status. This gives you automatic skills in history and persuasion. An interesting choice for the Noble. There are other things that the Noble in the player's handbook can do, but history and persuasion is what the Noble can do here. Alright, we have Outlander. You grew up in the wilds, learning to survive far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding. This gives you skills in athletics and survival. This is an awesome background for certain kinds of rogue, for rangers, and sometimes warlocks. It depends on the kind of warlock you are. I don't believe that this game offers you the kind of warlock that best privileges from the Outlander background, though, however. That's unfortunate. There is Sage. You are curious and well-read, with an unending thirst for knowledge. Learning about rare lore of the world will inspire you to put this knowledge to greater purpose. This gives you arcana in history. It works really well for wizards or sorcerers. Certain kinds of sorcerers, depending on how you want to play your sorcerer. But it also can work for clerics, interestingly enough. If you're a cleric who doesn't really know much about religion, it can be an interesting roleplay. There is Soldier. You are trained in battlefield tactics and combat, having served in a militia, mercenary company, or officer corps. Show smart tactics and bravery on the battlefield to enhance your prowess. This gives you skills in athletics and intimidation. It's a very popular background for fighters and sometimes barbarians. And certain subclasses of rogue like to also grab the soldier background. I don't know whether or not those subclasses of rogue are available in this game, though. And then there is Urchin. After surviving a poor and bleak childhood, you know how to make the most out of very little. Using your street smarts bolsters your spirit for the journey ahead. This gives you skills in sleight of hand and stealth, very popular with rogues and sometimes warlocks, because, you know, warlocks usually like to be like, oh, I was on the brink of death and then my patron came to me and saved my life in return for everything. Now, the way that I like to go, and there's a certain handful of people who are really not going to be surprised by this, but I am in fact going for the noble background for my bard here, getting the skills in history and persuasion. And then we skip over to the abilities. I am not moving these points anywhere. The points are fine. I'm happy with the points. The strength may come back to bite me, but that's a bridge I will cross when I come to it. Like, I could slight my intelligence to bring my strength up, but where would be the fun in that? Now, I do want to change my skill proficiencies because I personally do not intend to use intimidation. That's just not where I'm at. And also, as I said, in CRPGs, I've found that performance tends to just not be used. So I'm not interested in holding on to deception or performance. So that leaves me with history, persuasion. I like to have investigation. I feel it's a very important thing to have proficiency in. Insight is incredibly important for the face character, the one who does all the talking, which is what I intend to be. And why do I have deception on my list? That's interesting. Investigation, insight, okay. History, investigation, insight. Why is intimidation still on here? Okay, deception. History, investigation, insight, deception, and persuasion. Yes, that's how it goes. That's how I want it. That is exactly where I want it. I'm going to be the talky talk. I'm not going to be the physical. So that takes care of everything that is along this side. Hurrah. Now for the slightly time-consuming part, which is the appearance, because we definitely do not want the default half-elf. She's not my type! Now, let's see. Body type 1, yes. Female. Voice 4 was what I picked.
What was that?
Yeah, that's me. Head 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There she is. And warm tone 2 was the one that I wanted. So, there. Skipped any scarring. I chose no scarring. Chose a maturity of 25. Which gives her... I'm not actually sure how they do this because no 25-year-old has this many lines on her face. But okay, freckle quantity I went with 18 and intensity 30. Whoop. 30. Okay, it insists upon being 31. Fine. That's what it's going to be. All right, moving along to body art. I decided not to do face tattoos because I really like having freckles, okay? However, I did want to have some piercings, if I can find them. There they are. You can't see them right now, but you can see them with the hair. But I will not be getting to the hair for just a bit because it's a little further down the list, and I'm going this in order or else I'm going to forget something. The eyes are going to be Elf Spring. Very pretty. And the makeup, I was going with makeup 5. Turn the page. Okay, intensity 90, metallic tint 60, glossy 31, and the shade was nutmeg. Yep. Okay, and lip tint. Intensity 33. I went way too far. Metallic tint 12. Believe you me, I fussed with these sliders so much. And glossy 33 again. And that one was ending up with brown 3. There we go. It's coming together. Okay, onwards to the hair. Now, this is going to be the tricky one to find. The hair's name, there it is Mongoose Tail. I decline to live without a ponytail, folks. Color 1 is Ginger 2. And the highlights are Orange 4. And I didn't make any note about the highlight intensity, so I must have just left it at 50. So now I'm a proper redhead, and I'm feeling much better. And the graying is gray neutral 1. We do have a little bit of that going on because of the age that I chose, but due to half elfness, she is aging gorgeously. So now I'm a green-eyed redhead. And that's happiness for me. Nyahahaha. Alright. So, there she is. Those are all the decisions that I made for my own personal character. I love how big the loot is. I still worry about that strength, but I'm gonna go with it. Alright, proceed, me. And I'm definitely not named Tav because I'm named Foxwine. Now here's the one that actually took me a really, really long time. Because when it comes down to it, I know what Foxwine, the character, looks like. But when I'm creating a character from scratch, from the base down, well, that's a little different. But I did actually end up making some choices. So we have a human in body type 1. And using voice 1, which is the female voice for the Guardians. There's only a female voice and a male voice for the Guardian.
Remarkable.
So,
Truly.
there she is. Used head number 8 for her, which should be, yep, that's that one. And the skin tone, that's cool, that's neutral. That's warm. Okay, I'm looking for warm tone 10. There it is. She also didn't get any scarring. She got a maturity of 21. She had zilch on the freckles or the vitiligo. She did not get facial tattoos, but she did get some earrings. Gave her the barred rings. Over to her eyes. Let's just come in here a bit. There she is. Okay, so for her eyes, I ended up with Hazelnut 1. There it is. Now, the interesting thing is that along the way in the character creation here, my Guardian ended up looking remarkably like a woman that I used to work with many, many years ago. Who was absolutely one of the most beautiful women that I have ever had the pleasure of personally knowing. I actually gave myself some unknowing bi panic because I was jealous of her boyfriend and the fact that she was so very straight, and I thought I was straight at that time. So, yeah. It was a fun time. Oh, but man, she was so gorgeous. She looked so good, always. It was amazing. Okay, so it was makeup 13 for her. And over here we had an intensity of 85, a metallic 75, and a glossy 40. And the color was teal 5, which I think, no, that's not it. Emerald, leaves, green. Ah, there we go, teal 5. A while down there. And then the lips were intensity 80, metallic 10, glossy 42, the meaning of life. 42, I said. And the color was red 6, which, there we go. She is already looking super hot to me. Alright. Hair. No facial hair for this one. Okay, so I just have to find the right one. The one I'm looking for is called Seashell Garden. And I don't remember where it was, but I will find it. It was one of the short... There it is. It was one of the short ones. Okay, and this is where we go a little bit sideways, because now I'm going to be representing the lovely lady that I worked with wig rather than her actual hair. But she wore this wig quite often, so it's excuses, isn't it? Well, in any case, The hair is blonde gold 5. There we go. With the highlights in red 8. I don't remember, I didn't write down what number of intensity the highlights were in. Are there even any highlights in this hair? Not very many. Well, I'm going to put it at 35 because that actually gives me a little tinge of color there. And then the graying was gray-white. I don't remember why, but there. And there she is. Honestly, she looks so much like that one woman. It's uncanny. As welcome to the cause of my first bi panic, folks. Although not really, it's just a recreation, sorta. Not quite the right body, but you can't actually change the body, so Okay, so that is character creation, done as quickly as possible with the various lists and everything that I had set up. So I'm just gonna let this sucker run while I reset the page in my notebook. I've got a brand new notebook for this game because the notebook that I was keeping my Baldur's Gate notes in fell apart. All the pages came out individually. It was very upsetting. Alright, venture forth. Now we get the best chase scene. This is the last of the cutscenes that I've actually seen. I hope the game isn't too quiet. Such an awesome cutscene. You suppose if I'd rolled a Gith, I would have gotten my own dragon to ride? love how it was just that, it's just that 3 floating in the air. Just a big old Roman numeral 3 just floating up there. Hey, it's me! Yeah.
Might still be stuck inside if we haven't been attacked.
Escape the Nautiloid. Press J. Find a way off the Nautiloid. We've been abducted by mind flayers and infected with some kind of parasite. We need to find a way off of this ship. Okay, so basic movement. Generally speaking, click to move.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Reach towards the pool. Investigation, investigate the pool. Leave. Well, I didn't get proficiency in investigation not to use it, darn it. Investigate that pool. Skill checks. General tutorial. Some dialogue options require a skill check, a dice roll that must meet or exceed a target number. Your character's skills add a bonus to this roll. Okay. Difficulty class 10, so I have to roll at least a 10 to pass this. And that's a 13. Yay! Success, no matter how small, is still success.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Reach toward it. Okay. I didn't expect it to explode when it crumbled. Oh wait, something to loot? That is a loot symbol. Oh, that's a pearl. I'll take that, yes.
Good.
Very good. I don't really think I like the way that thing's bubbling.
Not everyone made it out alive.
Oh, that's okay. New knowledge. And yes, I am using WASD. I know that I can rotate. You can always refocus the camera around your current character. Home to center the camera. Or double-click your portrait to center the camera. Okay.
Someone else got out.
Someone else besides me got out. Yes, excellent. Wait, I got a pointer over here somewhere. I'm sure Larian must have used some of the same keys, but... Oh, that's fire. Okay, I don't particularly want to stand in fire. Oh, another pod.
Lucky I made it out.
What all is up here? What the heck is that? Is that a Venus flytrap? No, that is not a Venus flytrap. I'm not sure I want to know what that is. Wait a minute. Stuff. Onyx? Rune slate. Hold on. Can I not do anything with that? Why can't I do anything with that? Can I not reach it? Am I on the wrong side of the table? What is this? Or maybe I just can't read it. I didn't get to choose languages. Brine bulb? You know, I don't... Cartilaginous chest? With 13 gold in it, yes. Restoration, so I could get back my hit points. Except it's down there. Pretty sure I ran up into a dead end here. I want to know what to do with this rune slate. But I can't seem to pick it up or actually do anything with it. Would I have to be able to read Mind Flayer? How did I get up here again? Oh yes, I came up here. That's the Mind Flayer that I looted before. That's another chest, which I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of a second time. It's got more gold in it. Gold is good. Gold is useful. Gold is my friend. What's over here? Can't get there. Ah, well, this is where we come into the... all of these buttons along the bottom. And one of them's jump. Go me. Oh, that's another hit point. I've still got 4 left, 3 left. Oh no.
Odd. I feel better.
I didn't know I could use that from up here. Okay, so the orange stuff set me on fire. So I want to not step in the orange stuff, so let's just jump over it. And then jump back down here. As basically there are a whole bunch of commands down along here. I have a unarmed strike, I have a hand crossbow, interesting. I wonder if I have to ammo count for that. Inventory. I have many things. Hold on a moment, let's peruse this. Notable features: civil militia. You have weapon proficiency with spears, pikes, halberds, and glaives, and armor proficiency with light armor and shields. Oh. I don't have a melee weapon? That's unfortunate. I have dark vision, Fey ancestry, advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep. And I have an opportunity attack. Okay. I have a hand crossbow. I have my lute. I have underwear. I have tasteful boots made of tough, well-worn leather. These boots have survived years of use and can survive many more. Homely clothes, perfect for ambling around a campsite, enjoying the starlight and good conversation. A simple jerkin. Dark, messy stains line the armholes of this well-used leather breastplate. Ugh. And leather boots. These boots are well-maintained and clean, though their soles are thin from wear. I've been an itinerant bard for quite a long time. I would have expected a noble to have better clothes. Okay, so I have 2 potions of healing, a scroll of revivify, a keychain. Though the keychain is lightly rusted from use, every new key that jangles on it is a mote of possibility, a frontier to explore. An alchemy pouch stores ingredients and extracts. A patina of pure alchemical matter coats this pouch, hopefully not the former owner reduced to dust by their experiments. Camp supply stack. Small compartments line the sack, a compass-sized furrow, a pocket packed with storing salts, and an area for stiff tent legs, fixing pegs, and folded canvas. The pearl I found, the onyx I found, and the gold that I found. Okay, Larian, where did you put your sort button? Sort by type. So now it will auto-sort? I hope? Or maybe I'm just going to have to do that every time I want to sort. We'll find out. These are my various bonuses. Don't really need to go over them. And my important... Yeah, you know what? I think this is a more important page to keep up than the other one. My hit points, my armor, class, race, background, my attributes. Okay, so simple weapons: clubs, daggers, great clubs, hand axes, javelins, light crossbows, light hammers, maces, quarterstaffs, short bows, sickles, and spears. And martial weapons: glaives, halberds, hand crossbows, long swords, pikes, rapiers, short swords. I would like a rapier. Despite the fact that I'm not going to be able to say the name very often because of that word that's contained within it, and the fact that I want to be able to put my stream archives up on YouTube, and they don't like it when you say that word very often, but that particular pokey stick is the best one for my build, basically. And of course my musical instrument. I know how to play a variety of them, but I'm only carrying a lute. I don't see any ammo here, so I guess my ammo is unlimited. Proficiency with this weapon unlocks... Yeah, there we go. Okay, it unlocks piercing shot. Deal regular damage and possibly inflict gaping wounds, which cause extra damage on attacks. And mobile shot. After using dash or disengage this turn, you can make a ranged attack as a bonus action. Interesting. Spring locks back with the tiniest, most satisfying click. Okay. I would like a poking stick. I would like a particular poking stick. I hope to find one soon. Now, how did I get up here again? I think I've poked around in this room as much as I can, but what I do want to do is establish a save. New save. Yeah, that'll be fine. That's syncing. Oh, I need to remember to turn the cloud save off. I've heard that the save files are actually quite large, and I would prefer not to fill up my Steam cloud with that. It does make it a little more dangerous because it would all be stored on my computer and not in the cloud, but I'm gonna have to think about this. Oh goody! Through the sphincter.
Better not be cursed.
I agree with you, me. These rooms are really squishy. Oh, I heard that. Take the gold. Dead goblin. And Illithid record?
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Oh, I guess I know stuff about goblins now? What do we have here? Brain jar. Rune slate, rune slate, rune slate. Nothing. Nothing.
A schematic of a nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship.
Cool. Do I get stuff off of the other ones now? No, apparently not. Let's see. What was the button that Larian usually uses? Is it Alt? Yeah, that's Alt. It's Alt. Okay. Cerebral Aquarium.
Mind Flayer Horticulture.
Okay, so there's an Eldritch tablet over here.
1,000 years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
I really hope I'm learning things from this. I am not going to sit in the viscous chair. I'm not sitting in anything that's described as viscous. I hear you, strangely childlike voice. This is where I came in, right? Yes, I think it is. This is the trap with it being able to... Neural apparatus. Please don't put me into this. Oh! Not what I expected. Oh, yes, I remember.
We are here.
Oh, we are here, aren't we? Myrnath.
You've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
And there go the fireworks. Welcome to the day before Victoria Day in Canada. There will be some popping and crackling in the background of my stream, probably, quite possibly for the rest of the stream, but probably only for the next half hour or so. It's a long weekend here. We're setting things on fire to celebrate it. Who am I talking to? A man or a brain? I think you're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do. You sound afraid. Why? Or leave. You sound afraid. Why?
The enemy. So many enemies.
Uh-huh. Alright, who am I talking to? Man or brain? This is so... There's so much ooze going on here.
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
Oh, failed arcana. I have the option of just destroying it. No, I think you're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do.
Remove From this case, free us. Please.
Alright, so we have investigation to inspect the exposed brain, strength to break the skull, dexterity to gently prise the brain from the skull, or, destroy the brain, or leave. Now, question is, if I, hover over the... Oh, it does. Okay, so I have a +2 to my dexterity. I have a -1 in my strength. I have +3 in investigation, so I'm going to investigate, because it's my best. And also, I got proficiency in it for a reason. Here goes! Gotta roll at least a 10. Well, actually, gotta roll at least a 7, but I want a 10. Come on, dice! Oh, baby, yes! 16! Nice! Success!
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Okay, so we still have strength of break the skull, dexterity of prizing it from the skull. We now have a medicine of attempt a cerebral extraction, staying mindful of the swelling, or, destroying the brain, or just leaving. Does strength get a bonus from what I discovered? No, it does not. Medicine I get to roll at advantage, though, which means that I roll 2 d20s and I get to use the highest number. So... yeah, let's use medicine. Attempt the cerebral extraction. Here goes. I wonder if I can change the color of my dice. I would really like some more colorful dice. These ones are a little boring. Critical success! Automatically passed it by rolling a 20.
But you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
Okay, so that's a dexterity to mutilate the brain, or you can spare the creature. Any injuries might weaken it. I don't want to. It could cause problems later, but this is already bad enough. Any injuries might weaken it.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
Alright, let's go. What's at the helm? I helped you once, but that's all I can do. I'll go, but not with you. Why are you twitching like that? What should I call you? Or attack the brain? What should I call you?
Us. We are us.
Okay. What's at the helm?
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
Alright, let's go. I helped you once, but that's all I can do. I'll go, but not with you, or attack. Alright, let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
I'm all for pet characters, but oh lordy. Some allies may temporarily join you. You can directly control their movements and actions. Click a follower's portrait to take control of them. Well, it's all well and good, but... Oh, he's lootable now? Lootable but empty. Brain jar. Brain jar? Oh, no longer newborn. Now us. Tentacle aquarium. Brains?
Doesn't do anything.
Come along, us. I told you to come along. Now you're stuck up there. Oh, nope, wait, there it is. It just crawled down the walls.
Doesn't do anything.
Okay, that is the way out. Have I looked at everything in here? I keep meaning to look at my skills. But in any case, since I have us now, I should probably save again. You know, I should probably name things better. Or at all. Okay. Oh. Oh, hello.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
What made you think I was a thrall? Who are you? We need to figure out where we are. What do you suggest? What made you think I was a thrall?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
We're turning into mind flayers. There must be something we can do. Who are you? We need to figure out where we are. Or what do you suggest? There must be something we can do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Well, I guess I missed my opportunity for introductions. But it may not be important. Alright, get ready to fight. Combat happens in rounds, and each participant gets a turn to act. The game pauses around you during combat, so you have time to plan your actions. During your turn, you can move, take an action, green, and take a bonus action, triangle. Show your actions, show your bonus actions. Okay, so the turn order is myself, us, and then Laziel, who I still have not introduced myself to. What the? Oh yeah, that's... Why are my cantrips and my spells all mashed together like this? This is terrible. Ugh. Is there no way that I can separate them? Oh, I hate that. Well, let's try a vicious mockery on the nearest imp.
Pipe down! Behold, a most noisy pup!
And it's saved versus my vicious mockery. I'd like to save my inspirations because I do know that worse is coming up later. So instead, I think I'm just gonna back up a bit. Looks like us can attack this imp at 90%. It'll be a claw attack. I like it. It's pretty much what they can, that's all they can do. Okay, so claw this imp. Oh, delicate little things, aren't they? Skitter as much closer as I can get.
Swift and lethal.
95% chance of just sorting this imp in the face. I like it.
I will not know failure.
And yeah, just stay there, make the imp come to you. Oh. Well, let's try another one.
Burgeoning bomb botherer.
Well, I actually hit that time.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. Now, to the helm.
Some allies can join you on your adventure. You can control them the same way as you do your own character. Click a companion's portrait to take control of them. Well, let me commence the looting. Let's see, a caustic bulb. Throw this slime-covered bulb at a target to coat it, the ground, and anything nearby in caustic brine. Soft to the touch and covered with a thin layer of colorless slime. Ooh, that sounds useful. A spiked bulb. The barbs inside this bulb explode on impact, making all nearby creatures bleed. A sticky, sap-like substance trickles down the spikes of this bulb. And a skull. The top of this skull is cracked with a lattice of shallow fractures. I have no idea what use that is, but I'm going to take everything. Anything from the imps? Oh, a scimitar? Oh man, I have proficiency with this. This human-made scimitar falls far short of replicating the quality of the drow style it clearly imitates. Not proficient with martial weapons or scimitars. What do you mean I'm not proficient with scimitars? You can equip items from your inventory by double-clicking them or dragging them into an equipment slot. Yes, okay. What do you mean not proficient with scimitars? Clubs, daggers, great axes, hand axes, javelins, light crossbows, light hammers, maces, quarterstaffs, sword bows, sickles, spears, glaives, halberds, hand crossbows, long swords, pikes, rapiers, short sword. I gotta stop saying that one sword's name. Okay, I'm not proficient with scimitars. Well, that kind of stinks. A light crossbow, which does slightly more damage than the hand crossbow.
Open up.
And another light crossbow. And a dead thrall who is carrying gold. You can find a dozen different currencies in Faerun, but everyone accepts gold. Okay. So if I would like to equip this light crossbow, which has slightly more possibilities, it is not my proficient weapon, but I do want to equip this scimitar. Wait, what did I do? Since when do I have a short bow? When did I pick up a short bow? Where did that come from? The scimitar is for emergencies. I hope to find a sword I'm proficient in later. Okay, that's 3 imps and a thrall. All of them emptied out. Another tentacle aquarium. An illithid cradle. Restoration that nobody needs. Hallelujah.
Should mind my step. The ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Aha! There's one of the weapons I'm proficient with. I suspect that's the way out, but I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything in here. I don't think I have. This is the way I came from. Then I had the fight. Yeah. This thing is here in case we actually took any damage in the fight, which we did not. Okay, so if I click on this, then yeah. Githyanki half plate? Oh, that's already equipped by... Oh! I stole the short bow. I stole the short bow from Lassiel. Simple jerkin. That's what I have on. And then I picked up a simple robe, which is not as good. Then I got this pokey stick that I want because I'm proficient in it. So I'll be equipping that. And then this must be Laziel's backup weapon?
Action, not reaction.
Yeah, I think I stole her. I think I stole her short bow. I will give it back to her. Let's see. This is the one that she has equipped for 13. Yeah, it's definitely the best one. For crying out loud. Someday, I will get better at this. Let's see. Great weapon fighting, martial prodigy, martial prodigy? Lifetime of relentless training gave you armor proficiency with light and medium armor, as well as proficiency with the short sword, long sword, and great sword. When you roll a 1 or a 2 on a damage die for an attack with a two-handed melee weapon, that die is re-rolled once. Cool. Bunch of things I'm not going to concern with. Level 1 fighter, Gith. Has dark vision. Is neutral towards me. That's fun.
What to do?
Alright. I think actually I might want to have Laziel lead a little. So if we get attacked, I do want Laziel to be the... Oh yes, I will take that, thank you. Oh goody. I do not like how long that cloud save takes to sync.
Very well.
Oh. There's a lot of stuff going on in here.
Gauge machinery. I can make no sense of it.
Push, push, push. Sigil, sigil, sigil.
Another mystery. Can't read this script.
That's a lot of Arcana checks I just failed in a row there. Hi.
We have no time for stragglers.
Look for a latch that might open the lid. There's no time. I need to get out of here. I'll go look around. There must be a way to get this thing open. Or leave. No. Look for a latch.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Laziel is just so charming. I'll go look around. There must be some way to get this thing open.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
This might be something I want to save, Scum. You know what? I'm going to create a save called It's not the best save name, not the cleverest, but this will be my main save.
The console appears dormant.
Look for a switch or release, hit it, or leave. Look for a switch.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
Ah, okay.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff over here that I find fascinating.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Dark mind. Elaborate reliquary.
Needs a key.
Need thieves' tools to pick a lock, or you can find its key. What about this dark mind?
A brain in a jar.
Don't know what that's good for.
I need a quick word.
Life flickers in his eyes, but he seems totally unaware of his surroundings.
Oh, that's not helpful. This is the map of your surroundings. You can view quest locations and place custom markers. You can also teleport to waypoints you've discovered by selecting them. Okay, so rescue the captive, reach the helm. Okay, so I don't want to go that way yet, but if I go this way... Yeah, let's try this way. Another dead thrall. Gold key, an elaborately gilded key, and another scimitar. Certain items, such as keys, ingredients, and camp supplies, are sorted into handy containers in your inventory.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
I think I want to loot before I do anything with that. Eldritch Rune. A strange energy buzzes through this alien object. You're sure you've never seen any of the like, yet part of you recognizes it as a component of some bigger machine. And a carnelian ring. Considered a token of good fortune, this ring's stones are perfectly smooth.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod. Always room for more. Another brain.
Ooh, more potion. Yes, thank you. Okay, what is this?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Place your hand on the console or leave. Touch it.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Oh dear. Oh dear. The game just crashed. Oh boy. That was unexpected at best. Okay, let's get this sucker back up again, hopefully. My previous save was before I entered that room, so... I did not expect the game to crash. That is very unfortunate. I've already got the graphics on medium. I really don't want to turn them down further. I can, but I don't want to. Yeah, the most recent save was the Foxwine's Adventures, which was before I ever entered that room. Ah, well. Okay, let's get that back again. Come on. There we go. Well, all the more reason to save frequently, that's what I say. Was it before or after I had interacted with this console?
The console appears dormant.
It was before.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
Okay.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing. A brain in a jar.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Needs a key.
Okay, locked chest.
If not over, then through. Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Excellent. Key and scimitar, just like before.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
Okay, now that I've got the key, I'm gonna save again. Because I do intend to transform that poor lady again, even if it does mean I have to kill that flayer. And just in case it was that particular cutscene that crashed things.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod. Another brain.
Let's see, it was F5 in the other Larian games. It is also F5 in this.
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Alright, touch it.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Unfortunately, we have to see this again. Ugh.
jar, changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
It's possible.
Redan, preserve me. That cannot be our fate.
Not gonna let that thing out. Nope, not even gonna interact with it. Don't want to take that chance. Okay. F5.
The console appears dormant.
Insert the rune in the socket.
The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Place your hand on the console. Use Arcana to take a closer look at the powered-up console, or leave. I can try Arcana. I'll try Arcana. This is a good time to note that I do not intend to save scum my dice rolls. Even when I roll a 3 on Arcana, that's a failure.
Nothing in the appearance of the device betrays its purpose. It could do anything. It could even transform the occupant of the pod, like what happened before.
I'm going to do it anyway, because that's Shadowheart in there.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Illithid wisdom. Will the pod to open, or ignore the sensation. Illithid story. Being implanted with a mind flayer tadpole is a fate worse than death, isn't it? Wisdom. Roll 1d20. Will that pod to open? 2. Hooray! I rolled a 10 that time.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Hi, Shadowheart.
At last. Thought I was done for.
Well, hi.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company is what you need in a fight. Got a problem with Githyanki? Or did you feel that just now we were in each other's heads? Did you feel that just now?
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. They'll have to wait. We need to get off this ship alive first. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Alright then, let's get going. I'm Foxwine. Or, no, you're on your... No. All the help I can get. Let's get going. I'm Foxwine.
Shadowheart. One moment.
She smiled. She smiled. Shadow. What's that? Or come on, time to. No. Bard. What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Cool. XP is always good. I don't know that I want to do anything with this, considering that I failed all the Arcana checks. I suppose I could try to have Shadowheart do some Arcana checks. Well, I do know that I have to save. Why don't we have Shadowheart do some Arcana checks?
Well, this isn't enlightening. What's this gibberish? Means nothing to me.
We all suck at Arcana checks. I'm not even going to bother trying with Laziel. Oh, right. Mucilage.
On my way.
I nearly forgot. Used the key and got onyx and gold. I'm good with this. Oh, right, and the burnished necklace. I did pick that up, right? Where is it? Burnished necklace. Bright and polished, this necklace was clearly cherished by its previous owner. Huh. Slave mind. Humanoid brain, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in cerebrospinal fluid. Dark mind. Humanoid brain, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in cerebrospinal fluid. So they're the same. Okay. I wonder if the game crashed because I started the cutscene before the save was finished. Not this way. This way is the wrong way. This way is the way that I came from. This is the way I haven't been because this door is closed. I really don't like how far the warriors are behind me. This is gonna be something. You know, having the bard lead is going to be interesting. Oh well.
Here goes nothing.
Hello? Cerebral Aquarium, another restoration point. Well, only one way to go.
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane yank.
I'm going to assume that that's some sort of derogatory term for someone who's not a Gith. Until told otherwise. Hello, demon. Goodbye, demon. Okay, that's funny.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the gate after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
Ow.
We need to get out of here.
Oh wait, that was on us. Okay, that's fine. Ugh, but now I'm within arm's reach of the bloody thing. 70% chance of just hitting it with my sword. I could try to frighten it. Yeah, you know what? Let's whisper it. Whisper in its brain. Oh, or we could just kill it outright. Well, that was a waste. There's not really anything else useful I can do, can I? I mean, killing the boar was definitely useful, but... Alright, us. Do the thing. How much further can you go? Good enough. Okay, and then Laziel.
On the move.
9 meters to the dot. Do I have a dodge? Oh, I have a mage hand. It's gonna be, let's see, jump, hide, throw, dash, disengage, dip. Dip a weapon into a surface to alter the surface or enhance the weapon. Huh. Shove, improvised melee, help. Is there not a dodge action, or do you just take that automatically? Range attack, rush attack, main hand, mage hand, astral knowledge. Gain proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability. Huh. Hamstring shot, pommel strike, lacerate. Nothing that I'm looking for. I can't even find the dash. Wait, that's the dash. Never mind, I take back my previous statement.
My faith will protect me.
You know what? I'd like for all of us to move together. So, Shadowheart, I want you over here. Yeah. Let's see. Shield of Faith, Guiding Bolt, Resistance, Sacred Flame, Charm Person, Healing Word, Inflict Wounds, Guidance, Blessing of the Trickster. Interesting. Grant another creature advantage on stealth checks. And Disguise Self. Well, when in doubt, Sacred Flame. Cool. Alright, I need to move as far forward as I can.
One day, I'll catch a break.
Then viciously mock this imp, possibly to death.
Twice as full of shite.
Killed an imp with an insult. Every bard's dream. I'm not sure what that thing is. I don't think I need to attack it. The idea is to get to the console, which I think this... It must be that. Okay, it is now us's turn. I'm gonna bring them up here. My greatest gift would be to be able to leave them on this ship.
Victory awaits. My path be true. Commander Zalk has 136 hit points. The Mind Flayer has 62. Worth examining.
Can I just... Oh, I can. Can she... Well, apparently looting is a completely free action, so this is awesome. Well, that's her turn.
Can't give up.
I don't want her passing by that guy.
Have to keep going.
Oh, I agree. That doesn't mean I'm not going to attack when I have the opportunity, though. That's why it's called an opportunity attack. Should be able to go 20.
With haste.
Alright, it's only 9 meters, so I can only go 18. Whoa!
Hurry, before they strike.
More have entered from the back, I think. Okay, us, you are going to... No, that's me, that's not us. I thought I'd ended my turn.
Time to strike. Open up.
Okay. And there's more imps up here. Great. Great. Well, I already took the dash action, so there's not much else I can do, but...
Got to focus.
Let's see...
Got to press on.
Can get this far. I don't think she can reach. Oh, she can reach. All right, that's an imp down.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
All right, Scotch forward. Now is the time to give some bardic inspiration to Laziel. And to cast some vicious mockery. I said cast... 65, 65. I think the boar is more threatening, so I'm gonna attack the boar.
Thick as a glob of unguent.
Nice.
Swift and lethal.
Okay, can she... Oh, not enough movement to attack the boar. So, let's come... this far forward. And hamstring it. Oh! That is one dead piggy. Okay, okay.
I'm ready.
Have to keep going.
Alright. Sacred Flame Yawn Imp. Awesome sauce. Intellect Devourer. Chance of the Intellect Devourer having anything I want is very low, but let's,
Open up.
nothing there. Jade, okay.
I am fury. I am death. What lies within?
I need to reach the transponder.
I kinda want to be the one to get to the transponder.
Need to act fast. I'd better take a peek.
Take this shit, or Zarya will have your head.
Yeah, I think there's more demons that have entered somewhere. They're on the list, but I don't actually see them. Doesn't matter. Oh man, I can't quite reach it.
Breathe deep and move.
I'm so close. Having fun beating on Commander Zalk here.
Victory awaits.
I wonder, can my bow reach that far? It can. Oh, slightly outside of normal range, huh? Well, you just move back this way just a little. And shoot him in the back of the head. Well, it didn't do much, but it was certainly satisfying.
End this.
Let's see. Well within range for Sacred Flame, though. Aw, he saved. I'm so sad. Oh, there's the new guys. I am not concerned. It would be nice to hit the commander a couple more times, but I think it's time to go. Alright.
The helm's
Yeah, I got an
on
achievement.
transponder. You made it in time.
Hello. Oh. You know, this looks like it probably hurt. Like, this is shoulder dislocating stuff. But I appear to have gotten it. This is a nice loading screen. Use custom markers on your map to track quests, hostile locations, or areas of interest. Okay, yes. Shoving foes into chasms may kill them instantly, but could cost you precious loot. Oh, my loot! I recognize you from character creation. But not you two. That was... Oh. Well, I thought I was about to pancake.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
Check yourself for injuries or orient yourself. Where did you land? Now, first let's do an injury check.
Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
I don't get to assess where I am? Go to your personal chest in camp during a long rest to find some of your unique DLC items. Oh yes. Yes, I did have some unique DLC items, didn't I? Check your journal at any time to see a record of your adventure. Autosave successful. Except we're not going to trust the autosave. We're going to save manually. Foxwine's adventures. Okay. Oh, it looks like we landed on some people. That is unfortunate. Do I still have everything? Ooh, I still have everything. Yes. Wahaha. I knew keeping all the loot myself would be the right plan. Some gold? Thank you, nameless fisherman. Wait a minute. Hey, Shadowheart! Oh, you also landed. Are you still in the correct number of pieces?
I have something to ask.
Wake her, reach for the artifact, or leave. Let's try waking her.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
We're supposed to be really curious about that D20 of hers. I'll think about being curious about that. I was hoping you might know that. Doesn't matter, we made it. Or Bard. Perhaps it was some dramatically timed divine intervention? You know what? We're going to go with the last one. We gotta go with the last one. Dramatically timed divine intervention?
The Divine tend to keep their interventions close to the chest. Though, I suppose it's not impossible.
Go me. Now what? Do you have any idea where we are? Or what happened to our Gith friend? Do you have any idea where we are?
No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First
Good
things
point.
first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
You want to stay together? What happened to our Gith friend? Or indeed, I'd better get moving then. Farewell! You want to stay together?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
We half-elves gotta stick together, I guess. Alright, let's get moving. Or, no, this is where we part ways. Alright, let's go.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that.
Oh.
Lead the way.
Did we actually start with Shadowheart on the right foot? I'd heard she was very prickly. Well, she's with us, so... Gift horses. Save. Well, let's just check this out here. See the inventories of all party members in the party view. Tab to open the party view. Left control. I don't really want to see the inventory. I want to see the individuals. Can I still... No. No, that's not really what I wanted. See, in this tab over here... She is currently neutral towards me. That's a pity. I was hoping she was grateful. Maybe a little positive. Oh well. She has 2 healing potions, a scroll of detect thoughts, and a mysterious artifact, a many-sided artifact of blackened iron engraved with pulsing rhymes. Something stirs within. Oh, that had better not attack us all in our sleep, Shadowheart.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Okay, this is a good start, I think.
Moving ahead.
Well, if Shadowheart fell around here, maybe Lazael fell around here too. It'd be nice to have a fighter again. A cleric and a bard can hold their own to an extent, but... Highlight nearby items, making it easier to find loot by pressing Alt. Ooh.
What's inside?
Old floppy hat, whacked around more often than a clown in a tragedy. Sure. More healing potion, don't mind if I do. Oh man, we landed on a lot of things apparently. There's a map of your surroundings. You can view quest locations and place custom markers. You can always teleport to waypoints you have discovered by selecting them. Okay, it looks like the other way is actually a dead end, so I kind of want to check that out. Just in case there's anything interesting in there. This looks like a whole bunch of heck no. There appears to be a tentacle in my way. Now why didn't that highlight? Whoop! No, no. Chasm. Yeah, I don't think we want anything to do with a chasm. I guess there wasn't anything to loot over this way. I came back here for nothing. Now, the question is... Oh, a violin. Cool. I'm still gonna keep the loot because I chose the loot, but it's always nice to have a backup. Let's see. Nothing there. Well, I don't see any real reason not to follow the trail of bodies. Whoops, wrong button. Let's see, a mug, gold, and a fish. Be sure to collect food and drinks. You will need them to restore your health and resources when taking a long rest. Oh goody, we're tracking rations. Oh, great. I am absolutely thrilled by this knowledge. A knifea.
More of those wretched things.
Oh goody, we can go back in the ship. Abducted commoner. Commoner's carrying a lot of gold. $25 gold is a lot for a commoner. I am saddened by not yet finding Lazael. I mean, I assume she's around here somewhere, but Lord only knows where. Positioning is important. Range attacks from above are more likely to hit, while range attacks from below hit less often. Okay, well, we can't...
Back. One strike could be lethal.
I can't really do that, can I? If I back up, it's gonna attack of opportunity me. Critical miss! Oh boy. What if we shove? Ooh, hey, that worked. I can't think of anything else to do, so... Shadowheart could womp it. Spell resistance. There's Sacred Flame. That's a spell. Spell. Guidance. Spell. That's a cantrip, but. Concussive Smash. Possibly daze your target. The main problem is that there's so many more of them than there are of us. I don't want to close because that will, that'll bring 2 of them right up against Shadowheart. Oh, wait, she's also got a... Why was I using Sacred Flame when I had a Firebolt? 80... Nice. Yeah, you know what? This is worth the spell slot. Shield of Faith yourself. Yeah, that's the stuff. No! Well, that's me. And then I failed a death saving throw. Downed. If a member of your adventuring party reaches 0 hit points, they are downed. This is a state between life and death where they roll each turn to survive. On 3 successful rolls, they become stable. On 3 failures, they die. Great. Did that stabilize me or not? No, it did not. Okay. I still have the Shield of Faith, so I succeeded in my concentration roll. Is the healing potion an action or a bonus? It's a bonus action. Okay. This is very bad. This is very bad. Yeah. Alright. Load them up. Okay, let's not go to the Nautilus. Let's see if we can find Lazael instead. Like, I am very interested in that loot in there, but not interested enough to get involved in that combat with only 2 people.
Best be on my way. Let's have a look.
wonder, does the hat provide any... It provides no protection. Alright then.
No traps, please.
Take all that stuff. Okay. Let's try going this way. Ooh, buckets of fish. More camp supplies. Oh, we are going to be eating pisine tonight. Shanties for the bitch queen?
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
Okay, gold, water, the Sword Coast's finest well water, bottled for convenience, and 2 apples. And we all row with the spray upon our necks, and we all row with the spray upon our backs, and we all row with the sea beneath our feet, and the bitch queen stays the storm. Wave mother, lash us to the prow. Wave mother, we ask you to sail your skirt if you allow. Wave mother, sink us if you will. Wave mother, our skulls are yours, with brine and sand to fill. Souls away and anchors still, the wind won't move without the bitch queen's will. We'll wait gladly years and days till the bitch queen brings the waves. Hey ho, she told us so. Hey ho, she told us so. How many times can I say that deity's name before YouTube censors me? I know I'm not on YouTube right now, but I will be. Next Friday, in fact. Oh, okay, so knee-deep water counts as difficult terrain. Good to know. Nice of the game to give me a notice about that. Perfumed letter, still legible in spite of water stains and smeared ink. Can read books and notes you have picked up in your inventory. Double-click a book to read it. Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again, and keep on saying it till we're old and gray. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so's staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We can make do without the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. Oh, we should tell Anna that Sai's dead, shouldn't we? Oh wow, my first note. Find Anna on hill overlooking old bridge. Tell her Sai is departed. Let's not prod the algorithm too much tonight, shall we? Everything that's been going on has probably been tweaking it pretty hard. Oh, Lazael, you couldn't have fallen too far away, could you? I keep hitting tab. Murgrass.
Bet that will fit in my bag.
Recipe unlocked. Suspension of murgrass. Press H to view? H. potions, elixirs, grenades, coatings, sublimates, salts, essences, ashes, vitriols, and suspensions. Well, whatever that suspension is for, I don't know. Oh, wait. That's weird. Thank you. Okay, so Potion of Healing takes Rogue's Morsel and any suspension. What's a Rogue's Morsel? Salts of Rogue's Morsel, created using the dried gills of the Rogue's Morsel mushroom. This powder smells surprisingly sweet. Okay, Elixir of Resistance for fire. Ashes of Dragon Egg mushroom and any salt. Alchemist's fire from ashes of fire amber and any salt. Oil of accuracy from ashes of dagger root and any salt. I'm starting to notice a trend here. So I know how to make a myrgrass suspension now, but I don't have enough myrgrass to do it. Okay, that's crafting. Will I actually remember I can craft anything? Bottle. A mysterious liquid has dried to the bottom of this bottle. Let's see, there's a belladonna here. And a waypoint. Well, I think that all is worth saving. Discovered a waypoint. You'll be able to teleport to this location by selecting it in your map. So, I can always pop right back here now that I've found it. That's good. Water. Thieves' Tools. Thieves' Tools enable you to open locks based on a sleight of hand check. The tools break on an unsuccessful attempt. This collection of hooks, picks, and wrenches is extensive enough to pick any lock if you've got the necessary skills. Sure. 2 rope, a length of strong hand-braided rope, and more thieves' tools. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, and that's back to the nautiloid and its problems.
All of those wretched things.
Yeah, I don't want to... I don't want to deal with that. If I were playing a less squishy class, I might be a little more... Okay, so the Ancient Sigil Circle. Okay. I begin to understand. More myrgrass. Might as well check the intellect devourer, although they've never had anything yet. Another fisher person who got mangled. Another bottle with mysterious liquid on it. More belladonna. Oh, I just hopped up there, huh? Okay, so that is the waypoint. We can try the door, or we can try the Nautilus. I don't give a lot for our chances on the Nautilus, I have to admit. Let's grab that dagger root. Ashes of Dagger Root recipe now unlocked. Thank you. Okay, well, let's save again. I've gotten super paranoid since that since that crash. So many saves. Ugh. And as the night grows colder, I am very glad that I have made tea for my stream tonight. It's nice to have something warm to drink when it's damp and chilly. Well, didn't have much luck with the intellect devourers, so let's try the door.
We get that open easily.
Can
Maybe
use
there's
your
another entrance.
use your thieves' tools to pick a lock, or you can find its key. Your thieves' tools will break on a failed attempt. I don't like it. I don't have proficiency with the thieves' tools, and I do not have proficiency in sleight of hand. But that really only leaves us trying the Nautilus again. Okay, well, let's find out. Can I? Oh, yes I can!
My faith protects me. Onward. Ever onward.
Okay, so now that we've got our party members separated... Oh, missed one. Possibly missed more than one? Missed more than one. Well,
It ends not as bad as it could have.
let's leave Shadowheart where she is. Oh, Laziel, I miss you and your big-ass sword. I wonder if I can do this combat by Divinity Original Sin 2 methods. Heck, I wonder if the sneak button is still the same.
I'm ready.
Well, it is, kinda.
Mustn't let anyone see.
Remaining obscured. Sticking to the shadows makes you harder to detect. Your cursor indicates the amount of light in a certain spot. Fully visible, lightly obscured, heavily obscured. Well, I can't be fully obscured because I've got to go across some sunlight. Where is the nearest one? Where is the nearest one? I can't even see them anymore. Can I see them now? Nope. Wait. Okay, that's the body of one. You know, using the cleric to sneak is not really my best plan. But my bard's got no shadows.
Can't give up now. If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. Don't waste a step.
Okay, I can see this one. Where are the other two? I think there was one up here. Oh, and there's the other one. Now the question is, what would be better, throwing fire at them or shooting at them with the crossbow? Does Shadowheart have a crossbow?
Can't afford any mistakes.
Shadowheart's got Jack and Jack. Not proficient, but not proficient with hand crossbow, but is proficient with light crossbow. I love it. Hilarious. Well, what has better range? Let's see here. 18 meters for just straight up attacking with the crossbow versus 18 meters for the firebolt. 1 to 10 for the firebolt, 2 to 9 for the... Ooh, tough choices. They're just out of... They are out of range. No, please. No, 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 no. Let's try this. Jump up here.
Calm and quiet, that's the way.
Okay. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Ranges. One of them is in range.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
Yes! Yes, you should!
Miss me on my way.
Okay, we're working with very similar stealth rules as Divinity Original Sin 2.
There is work to do. Need to tread softly.
As long as she doesn't go into the red area.
Bit of caution never hurt.
Yeah, I think this is about as safe as it is to get close. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. This one or that one? Outside normal range. Alright then. Here goes.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance or this will be a short fight.
Okay, it was a surprise round. And I think I can jank this just a little bit in my favor. She doesn't actually have another action. Well,
I can't waste any more time.
okay, okay. Yes, okay. That kind of auto-ended Shadowheart's turn, I think. But we're down to a single... we're down to 2 intellect devourers. Who are surprised. Which means I may well get a chance to take another shot before they reach us. Oh, no, this is actually Shadowheart finishing her turn. Alright. Okay, okay. They're dashing. That means they can't attack. Shared initiative. Party members next to each other in initiative order can act simultaneously. You can switch between them freely and take their actions in any order. Cool. This one is slightly more injured. Nice.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Still alive, alas. But so are we.
Very well.
Let's finish this.
Oh, it's having to use all its movement just to get anywhere close to us. Oh, this is so good.
Well, so much for peace.
Indeed.
This'll be me.
Viciously mock it to death?
Oh, there's a hag stench about you.
No, apparently not. Okay, I'm gonna run away.
To concentrate.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival is
Haha, tactics. Gain enough experience to level up. Use the arrow on your character's portrait to level up. Cool. I should have saved. Alright, health increased. Wait, hold on. Health increased to 15. Nice. Class features. Level 1 spell slot unlocked. Jack of all trades. Nice. I now have a Song of Rest. I gained a spell, which I need to check, and I could replace it. Okay, I've gained a spell. What do I pick? What do I have? Animal Friendship. Bane. Charm Person. Cure Wounds. Disguise Self. Featherfall, Heroism, Longstrider, Sleep, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, or Thunderwave. On save okay, what is this a save of? What do you have to roll to save for this? I am very tempted by the Thunderwave. Bane is also awesome. But if it's gonna be just me and Shadowheart, I kinda want something that'll shove things away from me. I think Bane can wait until the next level up, I guess. Alright, we'll take Thunderwave. And I'm not going to be replacing any of my spells as yet. Bam! Shadowheart goes to 17. Gets a spell slot and a Channel Divinity. Gets a Turn Undead. And gets to be able to invoke Duplicity. Distract your enemies with an illusion. Within 3 meters of the illusion, attack rolls have advantage for you and your allies. Interesting. That's her Channel Divinity? Huh. Prepare spells. What has she got? Inflict Wounds, Guiding Bolt, Healing Word, Shield of Faith, and Cure Wounds. I don't love it, but protection from evil and good, Sanctuary, Bane, Command, Bless, Create or Destroy Water. I mean, this does an immense amount of damage depending on how you roll. I don't know about having the 2 different healing spells at this point. It would be awesome to have Bless. Not 100% about these decisions, but if I change my mind, I can change it at the next long rest. Oh, she's a trickery cleric. Why didn't I read this part? She's a oh, she's not a half-elf. She's a high half... Oh, no, wait, she is a half-elf. She's a high half-elf, just like me. Level 2 cleric, trickery domain of Shar. As the greater deity of darkness, Shar is feared for her power over the night, secrets, and loss. She is locked in eternal conflict with her twin sister Selûne, goddess of the moon. Oh, I have a trickery priest. That's amazing. Okay. All right. Accept. And immediately save. Yes. I have got to remember to be more tactical about these fights.
Anything of use?
Intellect Devourer Cerebellum. Alchemical ingredient. Combine 3 of these to create a suspension. Elixir of Psychic Resistance. Intellect devourers are born of the brains of humanoid mind flayer thralls. So what is it exactly that you are holding in your hands? An excellent question that I prefer not to think about too hard.
These boots have seen everything.
Empty. And empty. Stepped on a surface that could be dangerous if affected by elements like fire or lightning. Most surfaces like this can be washed away with water. Oh, so it's like oil or something. Void bulb. Throw this alien bulb at a target and possibly pull in nearby objects and creatures. The numerous suction cups on this ball expand and constrict rhythmically, as if breathing. They latch onto anything they get a hold of. And what is this? A potion of speed. Gain an extra action, a +2 bonus to armor class, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and double your movement speed. When the condition ends, become lethargic. The solution ripples and splashes of its own accord, almost like it's trying to escape the bottle. Wait a minute. Lethargic. Consumed by exhaustion in the aftermath of haste. Can't move or take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. Ooh. Double-edged sword. Chest. Oil of Accuracy. Coat your weapon to receive a +2 bonus to attack rolls with the oiled weapon for 10 turns. This slick oil helps your weapon slip through the tiniest of cracks in an enemy's defense. Interesting. If only I could find Laziel. Nautiloid tank. Abducted noblemen? Mysterious liquid, huh? Okay, silver locket. A finely crafted silver locket engraved with the words, "For Papa." Gold. Exactly the same as my current pokey stick. And pale mint. From the scorched sands of the Kellam Desert rises this rare culinary jewel. Once dried and crushed, its lemony sweetness graces only the rarest gourmet dishes. Okay. Oh, I already checked that. So I checked that one, and I checked that one. Okay. What I did not check was this. Up I go. Spiked bulb. Okay, I already read that one earlier tonight. Another void bulb. And a potion of healing. Okay. There is this way, which seems to be further into the Nautiloid. And there is this way, which is back out to where I was. Let's try the out rather than the further in first. I will have to call it a night soon, but I still have hopes of finding Laziel. Vain as those hopes may be.
What's hiding here?
More thieves' tools, don't mind if I do. clamshell? Does it count as camp supplies, maybe? Oh, more murgrass. Gold. Locked. Your party has found some alchemical ingredients. Gather them into one inventory and use alchemy to craft your own potions, poisons, and elixirs. So, yeah, at this point, I could create a suspension of murgrass, and I don't see why not. Potion of mind reading. Haha. Okay. I'm not 100% certain what that's good for, but it sounds like fun. I wonder.
A long way to go still.
Shadowheart. I wonder if you would be a dear and schmack this chest a good one. This entity was vulnerable to your attack and took double damage. Examine an entity to see its vulnerabilities. Oh dear. Gold.
Might as well.
And a leather helmet.
No time to rest.
Wait a minute. Dexterity saving throws +1. Yeah, I do believe that would be better on Shadowheart than on me. Oh, but wait, Shadowheart has this circlet. Provides its wearer a touch of elegance, but no additional protection. Oh, man. Oh. Hide during dialogues. Can I just hide it in general? Yes, I can hide it completely. Yes, there we go. I didn't go to all the trouble of finding this ponytail to lose it now. I will let Shadowheart keep her circlet for as long as I can. Because obviously there's some sort of personal attachment there, but... Why did I keep picking up only part of the gold? What the heck? Sort by type. Why are these stacks separate? There. Okay.
Can't slow down.
She wouldn't have gone further into the ship, would she? What the? What is this doing here? recognize that voice. Why do I recognize that voice? Well, that's not Laziel. I know who that is, though. Alright, let's go fetch the boy, and then I will call the stream once we've fetched the boy.
Please come and help me.
What, do you need an umbrella for the shade?
Hurry, I've got one of those brain things caught. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Easily. Stand back. Kill it yourself. You look capable enough. Or leave. I wish I'd saved. I wish I'd saved before I came in here. What have I got here? Game menu, character select, dialogue history, start a community poll. No. Easily. Stand back.
There. Can you see it? Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours.
Oh, Asterion, aren't you a charmer?
Keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod?
Nod, shake your head, or melee attack to headbutt the elf. -1 from strength, +2 from melee weapon proficiency. So basically I've got a +1. Well, yeah, it says 1d20 +1. I mean... Nod.
Splendid. And now you're going to tell me exactly what you and those tentacled freaks did to me.
You have it backwards. They took me prisoner just like you. What in the hells are you talking about? Or let me go and I might tell you. You have it backwards.
Don't lie to me.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
It's the Mind Flayer's worm. It connected us. Strength, grab his knife arm and twist, or dexterity, slip free while he's distracted. Well, strength is a -1, but I have a +1, so it's flat. And dexterity, I have a +3. Can I quick save this? I can! Fun! Let's just let that happen. This is really, let's try that dexterity roll, and hopefully I won't get my throat cut. Here we go! Oh, that's a 15. I'm free, I think.
I saw into your mind. They took you. Just the same as me. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
What is with all the half-elves in this game? Apology accepted. I might have done the same, or with roles reversed. Glad to see we're all caught up now. Or you'd better have more to offer than apologies. We're going with the first one. I accept your apology because I might have attempted to cut your throat if I thought you'd done this to me.
A kindred spirit.
Shadowheart approves.
My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Baldurian, introduce yourself. You're a Baldurian too. Tell him your name and your story. Or just nod. Wait, I'm Baldurian? Those raised in Baldur's Gate know the city... Hey, know the city well, for better or worse. Fellow Baldur's Gate person, hello.
Is that so? We clearly move in different circles.
Very much so. Yes, unfortunately, they'll turn us into mind flayers. I know we don't want them in our heads, or you know as much as I do. Hey, this is not actually a response to what he said. This skipped somewhere. This skipped something. They'll turn us into mind flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Maybe. Control it. We need to get rid of it. You should travel with me. Our odds are better together. I need to get moving, but you can shelter at my camp. I've wasted enough time here. Farewell! I'm not going to dig into this whole control it thing. Although the first one, I do feel like it should be gotten rid of. I think my life would be worse if I leave it in there. But you should travel with me. Our odds are better together.
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know.
Thank you.
I accept. Lead on.
Party is shown on the side of the screen. The portraits show your character's health and conditions. Drag the portraits apart to split the part. I already figured that part out. Thank you. But what I'm going to do... Let's save... I can't believe Shadowheart approved of that thing. I can't believe that I was informed that Shadowheart approved of that thing. Oh, look at that. She's almost... It's almost French green here. We're kind of neutral over here, aren't we? Yep, that's a neutral on a 0, no less. Neutral on 11 with her. Well, first things first, let's get Astarion leveled up and find out what he can do. 17. Gained Cunning Action Hide, Cunning Action Dash, and Cunning Action Disengage. Very important and helpful. Let's see. He's still only level 2, so he hasn't got an archetype yet. Elven weapon training. High elf. Oh, he's a full elf, not a half elf. Okay, we're just the party of elves. High elves, no less. And a rogue. Dark vision. Fey ancestry. You know what I realized? I'm actually a noble from the wrong side of the sheets, because why else would I be a noble half-elf? Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing to know about myself, but be that as it may, we will accept that level up because there's nothing I have to pick. He goes bam shing. Let's... Okay, so the main quest is find a cure. Find a way to remove the Mind Flayer parasite. We've escaped the hells on the Nautiloid and crashed somewhere back in the material plane. We need to explore the area and find a healer. I'm just gonna fold up the completed quests. I don't want to see them. Okay, in companions, we have Daughter of Darkness. Continue traveling with Shadowheart. We recruited a half-elf named Shadowheart. She was also aboard the Nautiloid and infected with a parasite. And the Pale Elf. Continue traveling with Asterion. We met a strange elf who has also been infected with a parasite. He was hostile at first, but agreed to join us when he learned we were infected too. Alright. What if I just said hide completed? No, actually, I want to be able to check those. So I'm just going to leave it folded, but I'm going to leave them out. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at this. Exploration. I think I want to go back this way. Yeah, I think I want to go back this way. Which is...
Let's try this way.
Wait, that's the way I came from. So, is it? No, that's not the way I came from. Why do I have Shadowheart selected? This is a Mind Flayer that appears to still be partially alive. That's not good. That's a problem for future Foxwine that I'm going to make a note for, because I think actually that this is the perfect place to save and come back to next week. Waha. So I'm going to save. And we'll let that completely run through the cloud. I'm going to really have to think about whether or not I want this all kept in the cloud. I might keep the stream game in the cloud, but then turn it off for my personal games. But it's hard to decide. Either way, I'm going to do this because as far as I know that actually pauses things. I'm not sure. You know what, let's cover the bases, just to keep time from passing, just in case it is, in fact, passing, even though it shouldn't be in this menu. I'm just gonna back out to the main menu. Yeah, there we go. Elves, dwarves, half-elves, half-orcs, gnomes, and tieflings have dark vision, which allows them to see in the dark. So far, my having the light cantrip is completely pointless, but I'm sure it will be useful at some point. At some point. So, this is where I am going to be calling it a night. I have gotten much done. I've created a character. I made it through the beginning, let's call it tutorial. I suffered my first defeat. I have companions. I'm making a note. Live Mind Flayer on crashed Nautilus. Yes, okay, so I've made a note for myself so I will remember that thing is there. And for anyone who is wondering about my previous adventures in the other Baldur's Gate games, hey, I streamed those. So you can find them on my YouTube channel. There are playlists there for both of the other Baldur's Gate games, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which I played through to their completion here on the channel, and then archived on the YouTube. So there's many, many, many hours of Baldur's Gate to keep you busy and occupied and fascinated. And I will be back streaming again tomorrow night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be streaming 2 Point Campus for Management Monday. And I will be returning to the game that I was playing on the channel before, but that I haven't been back to in a while, so I don't actually remember which school I'd stopped at. But I believe I will be starting a fresh school and seeing what challenges await me in there. So we'll see how that goes. Then I will be back again on Wednesday night, starting at as close to 7 p.m. as we can get enough people together to form a game. I will be playing either Among Us or Scribble It or 100% Orange Juice with my friends. Among Us needs no explanation or description. It's the game that we play when we have the largest number of people participating. Scribble It is the game that we play when we don't quite have a comfortable number of people for Among Us, but we have too many people for 100% Orange Juice. It's kind of a Pictionary style game where one person draws something and everyone else tries to remember how to spell what they're guessing that person is drawing. And 100% Orange Juice is Anime Mario Party Madness, which I believe is actually still free. The base game, I believe, is still free for a couple more days, I think, on Steam. It is a 4-person game where the RNG hates everyone. The cards slightly change the rules every time, or give you hit points, which is also a little rule changing. And if you look at it sideways and with one eye squinted. And every character has their own special little set of powers that can affect the game just for them. It is glorious chaos, and we have a lot of fun with it. Then on Wednesday, usually around 10:15 or 10:20 or so, when my friends whose day jobs require them to be up in the morning must abandon me because they have to sleep at night, I switch over to my solo Valheim server where I crash around and do my best not to die too much. Upcoming in Valheim, it's going to be exploring the mountains. I'm going to be continuing to try to find some more silver, to find some more frost caves, hopefully to find a plaque that will point me to the mountain boss. All of these wonderful things that hopefully I'll find in one or another of the mountains that I've already found, so I don't have to go find new ones. Knock on wood. We'll see how that goes. Then, on Thursday night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it will be Tiny Tina's Wonderlands for Try Not to Die Thursday. I will be continuing work on the side quests that I was in the middle of the last time that I streamed Tiny Tina. I'm going to finish those up and then exit out and see how many more side quests I can scoop up before continuing on the main plot. So that's the plan for that, and we'll see how well it goes. And then, next Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be returning to Baldur's Gate 3, where I'm going to be continuing to explore this Nautiloid and hopefully not getting killed by any more intellect devourers. That would be awesome. And, I don't know, doing something with that mind flayer on the floor. I honestly don't know what to do with that, but I'm sure future Foxwine will figure it out at some point. So, that is the schedule for the upcoming week, all the games that I'm going to be playing, and everything that I plan to do in those games, in all of their glory. And exactly where I have plans, well, when I have plans. But plan or not, and I definitely did not have a plan for tonight beyond start the game, I have a lot of fun, and I had so much fun tonight. And I hope that all of you have had at least as much fun as I have. And I hope that you all have a great night. Good night!